out for more space.
Don't do that.
No. All right, so we're going to do facing. So drawing the part.
So the first thing of the day here, see this box is blank, right?
Yep.
We need to go up here. Excuse me, here I'm going left-handed. So we got to go machine type.
Machine type.
Down to router.
Router.
And grab. I can't see which is top one. Infinity.
The top one is Infinity.
Okay, so just click.
Where I had to go?
So now we have our machine active. You don't have.
Machine is active.
That's the thing. Remember the white Infinity we had to go.
I couldn't go to the.
This is for nesting.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so now I'll go up to tool paths up top. Tool path.
Tool path.
And
face.
Right below pocket there. Yep.
Pocket does pocket leave a little meat on the outside?
Yeah, we'll go over that.
Okay.
Face. We click face?
Yeah. Both pocket and facing.
Chain with pocket and
It's
facing.
always got to be a full chain. It can't be an open geometry. So it can't just be like two sides of a line. It's got to be all the way around apart for face
Orange
and
chain.
pocket.
Okay.
And that would be the
I got it
one
right.
that has the window icon? Or it's
Nope, it's still just
Oh,
full
still
chain.
full chain.
Yep, but you got to be sure the whole works highlights yellow.
Oh, I have to mark it?
Yep, you got to select it.
green check out.
We're in our toolpath screens.
Wow, already. Nice.
Okay, so we'll go first thing on the upper left corner. We'll go to tool. All right, and he's there. And then go ahead and go select library tool. And I'm gonna go find your Carlos tools.
My Phantom tools.
Yep. All right, and we'll grab that 1 3/4 bit. Okay, we'll hold tight for a second there. Okay, so I'll have you do some. I'm going to show you guys two different ways to face, and it's going to be up to you which way you think is easier. Okay, one way is this geometry we drew right now. It's at Z0, right? It's all the way at the bottom, or it's not raised in the air at all. We didn't raise it up, right?
We didn't translate 3D up, or we didn't give it a value.
Just delta Z it up. Okay.
Right.
So it's on the bottom. So when it's on the bottom like that, you have to know your thickness of the stone and the actual thickness.
Okay.
And then you need to know what's the finished thickness you're trying to machine to
Okay.
when it's on the bottom like
So
this.
let's say it's a 4-inch thick.
Okay, so we're going to go 4-inch thick and we want to machine it down to 3 inches for whatever reason.
Okay. So do we do...
We'll get there.
Okay.
That's coming up here. So that's done. First of all, we're on Z0, so we'll have to define that too. So first thing, cut parameters. All right, so
Now?
go ahead and go to cut parameters on the left, so we skip holder again. Right there. Okay. So the methods, where it says style, we always do zigzag, which basically means it's just going to go back and forth like that blue path shows. Alright?
Where it says stack?
Right here, where it says zigzag, it's going to just go back and forth, zigzag, back and forth across
So
the
I have
stone.
to click here?
No, it's already there. We always use that. Okay. The cross overlap, what that says is up and down. So on the bottom of the rectangle and behind here on the top of that rectangle, how much do you want the tool to overlap the finished green? So it's going to go beyond the green. I set it to 100%, which is one full tool diameter. Okay. It's going to go beyond. So the reason I do that is
So we'll just do a full pass, 1 3/4, 1 3/4.
it's going to overlap beyond the green geometry you have here, one full tool diameter.
Right.
Just because when we're doing our contour, then that material's already gone out of the way. That 1-inch thick that we're going down.
Will it be gone, or will it leave a little bit of residue where the two tools...
I've
Yeah,
crossed-
there might be a little feather there. We'll see what this does once, because we can go a little greater.
Greater or less, right? If we were to go across
Well-
overlap, maybe it would be 75.
Well, if you go less, it's going to not go out as far. Then you're going to leave more behind for the contour at the end. The longer, bigger you make this number, the more it's going to go beyond the green rectangle.
Okay, I thought it was just the bigger we go, the more it will
No,
leave a space between passes.
That's this right here. The step
Okay,
over distance.
step over. Okay, my bad. Overlap 100%.
Yep. So, and I got them set already. So overlapping along and across and along.
Why you explain to him?
Yep,
For why
here, let
this
me-
overlap?
The cross overlap means the tool, see the bottom yellow line here? The tool's going to go below that. It's going to cut below that yellow line 100% of the tool diameter. So it's going to have a one full cut of 1 3/4 below that.
In the air.
No. Well,
So it'll...
at
So
the correct height. I mean, it's going to
at the correct height, but it's going to be past the
pass
part.
the green part 1 tool diameter.
And that just will ensure
So
that we've we've
Wait.
faced the whole thing.
surface, and then if you're doing a contour, most of that material is cleared out of the way for the contour.
So that's the mean that they gonna cut the exactly dimension. So it's
For the approach distance, I always do 0, and exit distance is 0. That's just basically, think of it, it's a lead in and lead out, so it's going beyond, further beyond the part. We don't need anything longer than that. Okay, so always 0 and 0. So 100, 100 for
okay.
sure.
Approach distance always
0.
0.
0 and exit distance is 0. And again, it's going to default this because I set it on your computer.
Across and long overlap.
Alright. Next option down, we have the max step over, and that's set to 75% right now, or 1.312, so 1 and 5 sixteenths. That's the amount of cut it's going to take each time with the bit.
Okay, cool. So it'll overlap. And
Overlap. That way, you don't have little ridges or whatever you want to call it between the bit. Next thing it says, do you want a climb or conventional cut? It's actually doing both, so this does not matter. The one thing I do want to check those, I could care less if it's an even number of tool passes or odd. So that's the
Gotcha.
goal. Best case scenario. Next thing it says, auto angle for the roughing angle is set to 0. Basically what that means, it's going to zigzag left and right parallel with the bridge on the machine. If you change that to 90 degrees, it'll zigzag up and down parallel with the rails of the machine.
Okay.
Okay, where are you? Like, I don't,
Yep, you can do this and I'll show them again. And the last thing we set here, move between cuts. I always do linear. Basically what that means is, when I drag this out, it's going to make this cut across. It's just going to go straight down, go back over. He did high-speed loops. What it would do is it would go out and make a loop like that around and back through.
Yep.
We're not high-speed machining here, so linear is fine.
Stock leave on floor.
This is one
125.
spot we could put in there 3 inches for our final depth.
Ah, right.
Because, hold on, Carl. So 3 inches. Let's hold tight there. So then you'll tell it on the next page on linking parameters that your top of stock is 4 inches. So then it's going to take 1 inch of material between there.